is the greatest part. Your fermented carrots are done. What is it visually that you can see to know that they're ready to go? Because darling, in the middle of summer when you make these, because I hope they become a family favorite, they might be done in a day. What will happen is you can see that it has started to change color.
Especially with the probiotic version here.
It's a lot cloudier. You don't want it to go too cloudy. If yours is like you can barely see it or cloudier than this, then darling, it's gone too far. Next time you make it, don't do it as much. What I can also see, especially with this smaller one, I can't even push the top of that down at all. It's rock solid.
It's day 3. So my probiotic carrots, that's the ones in the small jar, are ready to go and to be opened. But the salt ones, they're going to take 5 days. So hang on to them to about Tuesday or Wednesday and just look for those bubbles around the top that I said before you open them up.
He's definitely fermented. Wow. Holy moly! Oh, that is so exciting! What a difference! And these ones you can see here are paler in colour than these guys. Why? Because they're smaller, so they're going to ferment quicker. If you are doing this with grated carrot, it is going to ferment so quick. They are perfect. There is not much salt taste in that at all. They will continue to ferment. They're just going to do it slower. So there we go. What you can do with them now is that they can go into the fridge, put the lid back on once they're fermented, and in they go. They'll last sort of 2 to 3 days. You will find that they will go soggier as the time goes on. This is a skill that you've learnt now where you can continually do these, right? I tend to make these about twice a week, and I use it just as that idea of when I'm cutting the carrots. Okay, so what do you think? Love these carrots? What's next? Well, baby, I have a whole fermenting course that you can come and try. Now that you feel confident with these, move on to this. Oh my gosh, this one is so exciting. This one's some sauerkraut. And all it is another fermented veg that you do a similar way. The benefit of this is that there's different bugs that are in this for your microbiome in your gut, right? So this means that these bugs are different to these. When you go for things like sourdough, I teach you gluten-free and standard sourdough, there's going to be different bugs in those. The deal is that you want to be having as many different varying ones as possible, right? Because when we're having a different diversity, we're putting in these different bugs, it means that we are building up different numbers, and who knows what breed and what numbers we're going to need in order to stop that cold, to stop the inflammation, to stop any eczema flare-ups. My course is a video course. There's 40 plus recipes in there, so you can choose which ones to start with. Maybe you're liking the look here of some homemade kombucha. I make a liter of this for 60 cents. You might want to start with some gluten-free sourdough or continue the veggie and it's in the fridge at the moment, some fruit juice ferments, where I teach you to make fruit a similar way, but it actually pulls out all the fructose sugar in it, so it's so much better for you. I teach you all that in the course, so come sign up. It is linked below. It's only open for a couple of days, and I would love to keep helping you ferment. Whoa! Look at that one. That's a good sign that it is fermented. Can you see all those gorgeous bubbles? That is my sauerkraut. That is so, isn't it nice when visually you can see that it's definitely fermented? All of those bubbles is those great bugs. That is awesome. But this one is so simple to make, and it will last. This lasts out of the fridge for like decades, right? In the fridge, you just start small with it. Like that you're doing with the carrots, just have maybe 2 pieces of those and see how that feels. And then tomorrow, do it again, and then do it again, and you work up. It is not the kind of thing that you want to just sit there and eat that whole jar. I know that they're delicious. You need to see with your belly how that feels, because it's a really good sign that you definitely need to be adding in more good bacteria and thinking about what you're eating more, that if you have a couple of these and it starts cramping. I know mine did when I first started ferments as well. And now it is something that I just put a tablespoon of this each day. Can you see that it is still absolutely bubbling? Oh my God, that is so exciting. And this is delicious. This one is got lots of apple in there too. So a lot of my recipes will cater for the babes to get them really, really enjoying making these ferments with you, but also eating them too. All right, the card is about to close, so come join and post a photo for us in the Facebook group of you opening your jar. Maybe you want to take a little video and upload it for us, or take a photo and show us your bubbles as well. See you in the course.